Alright, so the door panel is out, and then this next part, you'll see me fighting it because I'm trying to remove this metal panel. This panel here is what covers your window motor, and the window motor, this one right here, is mounted onto this panel. Goofy as hell, but so right now I'm going to use this, pry off the clips holding the wire, hopefully don't break anything, and then get back to replace them. So I've got 4 for the inside, and these hold this plate to the regulator. Okay, so check this out. You've got the plate here. And then, as I said, you've got, okay, there you go. You go 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 of these, and these hold onto the regulator, as I said, right here, right? So 1, 2 down there, 3 right here, 3, and 4 down there. So the 4th one is here. Okay, so that is how you remove your window regulator. It's a mess, kind of. Things cross over with other things. This one right here goes to your motor. As you can see, this one here goes to the top over there. Then the bottom, so the shielded cable comes from the motor over here, goes to the top of this bracket, and that is how it looks on that bracket. And this is what holds the window. This holds the glass on the other side. Then down there at the bottom, the cable comes up and crosses over to this other part of the regulator, right? And then the bottom, there's another shielded wire down there, shielded cable down here, goes to the other side of your regulator. So it's a little convoluted, it's a little complex, so to say. But today, the only thing that's holding it is this right here. This rubber piece, and I'm trying to remember how to remove it. Okay, there you go. I'm just pushing it away. Nice. So, not much trouble, right? Push that away. And so, like I said, there's always going to be a lessons learned part to all my videos. Removing this metal panel, the motor bracket whole deal, is a lot of work. Assembling it is even worse, even more work. And because, as I said, you've got a regulator here, and then you have a loose regulator here as well, and then on the way back they shift just by fractions of an inch, and then they're kind of deep in there. How do you get them aligned? So you have all these holes around your perimeter, right? But then you've got this locator dowel pin deal and another locator pin over here. So you set, and actually what you do is just set this back on there. Set this panel back on there using these holes. You can bolt it back if you want. It should not really matter at that point. Then what you do is actually come to this side, remove the speaker, and use your hand in here to grab this this bracket over here, get it centered, push it towards, you know, bring it back towards you, get those bolts in there, right? And once you do that, once this one is sitting, you know, not all the way tight, obviously, once this one is located with this, it's much easier to work on this other bracket on the back side. And for this, I removed this vinyl cover over here. There's another vinyl cover over here. I didn't really need this one much, but I used this one, and all I needed this one for was to pull it back, pull this bracket backwards, you know, because you can touch it over here, and back and again inwards towards the car, towards the cabin, and then that enabled me to get this one on there and get this one on there. So fortunately, we do not have regular failures in this platform with regards to window motors. But if you find yourself in that unfortunate position, that is how you get yourself out of the hole. You would also be using the same process if you were to replace the door handle, you know, the door handle out here, because there's no way to get to it unless you remove this panel here. So that's just a tip. I'll find a way. I mean, it's not an entire window motor removal procedure. It's a little trickier than that, or it's a little more involving than that. I did not want to disassemble it, but at least if you find yourself in that position, this is something that might help you.